9 days, 260 miles. How far can I make it? We can make it to Newport Pagnell before 12. That would be very helpful. As is my own fault, I did start late. Okay, so I found a bit of woodland so I can have a sit down and explain what's going on. So I've passed through Newport Pagnell, but I've pushed through to the next village after that, which is Wolverton, or Wolverton, however you pronounce it. And I'm going to stop there because there's a Mackey's there. Probably chill there for an hour and then be on. It's like 4 miles further than my original stop point. So yeah, I've pretty much done 18 miles so far, and it's only 2:15 now, so I mean it's not bad, but it could have been better. But yeah, I'll pick up when I'm in Mackey's. So if it were 12 PM, this would have been the perfect place to set up camp for the night. It's isolated. I mean, it's a public footpath, but just go off a bit and that's you gone.
Can't get through.
Okay, so pushing from Wolverton and going to push straight to Abthorpe. Arthrope, I don't know how you pronounce it. Going to push through to the next village, Arthrope, I think. It's about 13 miles from here. And then by that point I would have hit the 30-mile mark from my hometown. So off to a really good start. It's just gone 4 in the afternoon. Making good progress so far, really good progress. That's a kick in the dick. Right, so just arrived in Apthorpe, 20 to 9 now. So we've pretty much done 30 miles, which is average day's work. So, yeah, I mean, it's alright. I mean, if I'd gotten up earlier like I'd planned this morning, could have made it a bit further, but it is what it is. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do yet, because the season it is now, it won't start getting dark till like 10:30, 11ish. So I'll plan what I'm going to do from here, probably rest for an hour and then decide. On the edge of this road, found a little field, sit down in for a bit. What's it like? Oh yeah, and all I've got to my name is this. For the flex 3 days until payday, this is what I've got to survive on. So it is going to be rough. Energy levels are going to be low, but just keep pushing through. Payday will come. Okay, so it's about 10 now. I'm going to break for an hour till 11. Then I'm going to step off to a village called Helmdon. It's about 5 miles from here then, so it'll take me about an hour and a half. So and then it'll be about, by the time I get there, it'll be about 11, half 11, so it'll definitely be dark by then. And then around the area, I'll look for a nice place to set up camp. But then, yeah. By that point, I would have done 35 miles just before the end of the day. So just above average of what the average is. So, happy with that, I am. Okay, so heading to Helmdon now. It's about 5 miles from here. Just looking into Google Maps, and on Station Road there's a good bit of woodland for me to set the camp up for the night. And it's literally the road that's exiting Helmdon anyway, so kind of works in my favour. Okay, so just made it into Helmdon now. Just making my way to Station Road to look for this woodland. Get some sleep. Okay, so found somewhere to camp for the night. It's just about to see it's 11:45. Won't focus. There's plenty of stars out. We can't really see, but that's a good sign. At least it's not going to rain tonight. So altogether we did 35 miles today, which is just about above average. So I'm happy with that. Step off, continue down the road. We're already heading down tomorrow morning, and I'll get up whenever I get up whenever the fuck I get up. Alright, so it's 5 to 8 now. Next stop is a town centre called Banbury. It's about 10 miles from here. Just going to push straight there. And like we talked about yesterday evening, we've only got a fiver to last us until payday. So probably get like a small drink, relax for a bit, and then I'll plan from there. I'd imagine it'd be quite quiet today, given it's a Sunday. You know, everyone's got a hangover or going back to work tomorrow. So yeah, traffic should be a lot smoother. This came out of nowhere. There's a few of them. Been offered my first lift of the hike, only a day in. It's tempting, sometimes it's just so tempting to go, yeah, fuck it, just to the next village. But what's the point of the video then? You're just gonna hitchhike. Right, so last estate I just walked through, managed to find a tenner on the floor. So went to a petrol station, bought a drink. So now, including the £5 I had before, I'm down to £14, which is good. but it doesn't mean we should start wasting it. We've still got to ration it. We've still got a few days to go till, you know, so yeah. Almost at Banbury now, like a few miles to go. Rest there for about an hour and a half maybe, I don't know. And then I'll have a look at where we're going next from there. So I made it to a McDonald's just outside Banbury. The plan was to stay till all my shit was charged. I had some food and counted how much money I had left. Leaving Banbury now. Next stop is a village called Shipston on Tor and Store. Don't know. It's about just under 15 miles from here. Might stop in a village called Swellcliffe, I think. And that's about 6.2 miles away. So depending on how I feel, I might break there, I might not. Don't know. And by that point I would have done 25 miles today. So we're still below average for today. Alright, so just arrived in Swellcliffe now. Probably gonna chill here for like 20 minutes and then push on to Shipston. It's about 9 miles away and push straight from here to there, break there for an hour. Standard shit, really. Come on, almost there. Alright, so outside Shipston now. I'm gonna get in there, chill till 9, see where next 10-mile point after that is, because I reckon I can cover another 10 miles before the end of the day. Then that's 35 miles, another 35 miles done. Checked Google and it's saying that in this town here there's a Tesco that's open till 11, but I've still got to be careful because I've got like only a few quid left. So tomorrow's gonna be a struggle whether I ration it out till then or not. Also not looking forward to tonight. Looks like it might rain. Brought some snakes, try not to spend too much. Rested and charged my phone for an hour. Also counted how much money I had left. Okay, so our final destination for today is a village called Willasay. It's about just over 11 miles from here. But we're going to be stopping short about a mile from it because there's a bit of woodland there, like a camping for the night. And then that's me done for the day. I would have done 35 miles as I've already said earlier. So, good again today. It's been fucking good. is a wrap for today. I've got to be careful since I'm surrounded by stinging nettles and thorns. The road's literally just over there, it's a bit hard to see, but... Right, it's 9:15 now. So, we are off to a bad start. But then again, since yesterday and the day before that, we did above what we needed to do. So I guess we can afford to kind of like take the piss in the mornings a bit, but try not to make a habit of it. So like I said last night, we're just like a mile or so outside Willasay. Beyond that, I'm not too sure where it is we're going, so I'll have to check. Gone 9:30 now. Phone's on like 35%, so gotta watch it. Arriving at Willasay, there was no shop to resupply. Also, connection around here was shit, so looking for one was a task on its own. All I could do at this point was just carry en route. Okay, so finally got some good signal, and it says Toddington has a spa in it. So we'll spend what little money we have left there, I guess. It's about 8 miles something from here. So yeah, we break there, charge my phone because we're on like 20 something now %. My next stop was Turksbury, which was just under 10 miles away. Had to make £1.90 last me the next day beyond this point. So the route I drew up goes all the way to St David's, which is essentially the Land's End of Wales. I'm not fussed about whether I make it there or not. Just as long as I make it into Wales before I have to go back, I'm happy. I only drew it up to the very end because I wasn't sure exactly how far I'd make it. I reckon I'll make it like 2 days out of St David's. Pray to God my sleeping bag's still dry. Yeah, it looks alright. It's not as waterproof as I thought this bag was. So after getting soaked, rested outside of Morrison's for an hour and ate what I had left. My next destination was Gorsley, 16 miles away, taking me up to my 30 a day. So I was checking the map out, and if I go down this road here, it's a shortcut here, and it'll take me all the way up, down across this river, all the way down to Tarley, one of the villages I have to go through to get to Gorsley. Okay, this looks like private property, but it definitely says fucking public Bridleway on the fucking sign out there. So, yeah. Just gonna go with it, I guess. Alright, so some dude back there who had a fire on just outside the boathouse. I don't think he even noticed me coming through. But Google chats a lot of shit. Also, it feels nice not to be on the road for once, because I feel like in these hikes that I'm doing, it's just me mostly walking up the side of fucking roads, talking about where I'm going next. So it's nice to go through a bit of countryside, a bit of nature. Already feeling drops of rain, and that cloud doesn't look too nice. So I think we can expect a repeat of what happened earlier. Sharing the field with cows at the moment. Probably 2 miles. You think you're gonna get fed? Fucking hell. Can't come through to you. See if they'll run with me. No, they don't do it. Oh, one does. Yay! Peace out, guys. I'll never forget ya. Second time today, someone's offered me a lift. Sometimes, I think I talked about it either yesterday or the day before. Sometimes it's just so tempting to do it, especially when it's been pissing it down, but try and speed shit up. Our next village there, Upleadon. Not too sure how many miles it is, but yeah. Never mind, says 3 miles. Let's go. Okay, so just made it to Upleadon. Next stop is Gorsley, which is 5 miles from here. Then that's us for the night. Alright, so I shit you not. Just us walking up the hill behind me, about 20-30 meters. Another dude's walking past me, but he looks middle-aged and I'm pretty, yeah, he was drunk. He was walking, he was trying not to stagger, but he just couldn't help himself. I bet he thinks he's just seeing things. Found my spot for the night just outside Gorley. I'm just beside a stream. I've done about 35 miles today. I thought I'd done less, but I'll give an update in the morning. Right now I just want to get to bed. Peace. Earlier than I expected. Apparently it's a post office, so let's go and have a look. 31st, you know what that means. Got all the money I need now. next town is on Ross on Wine. It's about 7-ish miles away, so I'll walk all the way there from here. And then probably chill for like an hour and see where I'm going next. Been chilling outside the post office for a bit now, right? Woman who works there bought me this. I love village people, honestly. Okay, 5 miles, let's go. Stopped at a KFC on the outskirts of Ross on Wine, charged everything up, and finally ate some actual food. Okay, so update because I forgot. So the next town is Monmouth, and that's 10 miles from the village I just left now, which is Ross on Wine, and I'm already 2 miles out of it, so we've got another 8 to go. And then once we get to Monmouth, we are in Wales. So, yeah. Looks like we might get a bit wet. Halfway there. Surely we could just cut across. This is taking way too long. They got this shit on lockdown. Imagine crashing down here. be fucked. Okay, so officially in Wales now, made it into Monmouth, so just crossed the border. I'm happy that I did that in just over 3 days. Right. That was good. So today I've pretty much done 20 miles, because like I talked about before, the main goal doesn't have to be St David's. So I only mapped it up to that point because I don't know how far I was going to make it. So going forward tomorrow, I'll continue moving on until I have no choice but to go back because of certain circumstances with life. So yeah, today we did do below average, obviously, that average being 30, we did 20, so it's quite below, but since the past 3 days we've done over what we need to do, we can kind of afford to slack back today because the overtime of the past 3 days could be added on today. So then today, so add on the extras of the past 3 days on today's walk, we've done like 35 miles. But just today's, yes, 20, if you get what I mean. But then I'm going to try something which I'll talk about a bit later on after charge my shit up, had a shower, had something to eat, and could probably get Domino's. Then yeah. Also, yeah, I booked myself a hotel for the night because I'm starting to stink. And I think there's some stuff in my bag that needs to dry out because, as we found out yesterday, that bag is not as waterproof as I thought it is. So, nothing good's on. Just watching old reruns of Britain's Got Talent. The next morning I left for 10:30, brought myself a new phone charger as my current one's shit, looked for some hiking shoes as mine had creamed in, and got some breakfast. Alright, so I stopped in this field real quick just to explain what's going on. So I left Monmouth for about 11:30, which is bad. But yesterday evening in a hotel I did mention something about me doing something different. So do my 30 miles today. And then from 12 o'clock tonight onwards to whatever time, I'm going to do 5 miles, rest an hour, 5 miles, rest an hour, and so on, just to test out how it works, because even after that I'm going to be a bit fucked after already doing 30. So, but enough about that. The plan of action now, next town centre is Abergavenny, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's about 16-17 miles from here, going to push straight from here to there, then I'll update from there. But best make up for today since doing so shit yesterday. Wales got some weird ass names. Look at that. Should probably go before I get stung. Once I'd made it to Abergavenny, I stopped at Wetherspoons for an hour and a half. Nothing really much to narrate here. Sorry guys. Okay, so Talybont-on-Usk is our next stop, which is about 12-13 miles away. And I'm fucking off the whole 5 miles, then an hour break, then another 5 miles, so on tonight. Just stick to doing what I've been doing in the day, but do that during tonight as well. You know, 15 miles, a few hours break, another 15 miles. Because it will really make the difference. I'm going to be stopping at Londis, and I hope they have batteries, because batteries in my current torch have run out and I'm going to need them for tonight. So, hello. Come on. Okay, so I was checking the route for the next point, and it's just a fuck ton of numbers. It's just coordinates. Yeah, so I just typed those coordinates in on Google Maps, and I am not following that route, because clearly I was smoking crack when I wrote that down. So I just met this couple, right? Started talking to them, stroking their dog, and they probably invited me in and like gave me a drink and everything. So and they brought me some crisps. I sat with them for like half an hour now. So Wales is looking good so far. Alright, so it's a bit hard to see me, but I just made it into Talybont now. It's just gone 11:30, and so today we've just done just under 33 miles. So we've gone just over the average limit of what we need to do. Nothing big that will make a big difference, but I'd rather be a bit over than a bit under. So as I talked about earlier, the plan is just to push for the night. Same as what I've been doing today, 15 miles, hour or so break, another 15 miles, and yeah. After here, probably gonna break here till 1, so I got just under an hour and a half break, so like rest and shit. Looks like I'm gonna be passing through the Brecon Beacons during the night, so at least I got my torch with me. I'll probably pick up when I leave here. Chance to demonstrate how strong this torch is. Mental. Gonna lie down for the next hour or so, because tonight's gonna be fucking long. Imagine trying to navigate this at night. Telling you now, I saw their glowing eyes from the distance and I shat myself. Some down there too. Hello. Shut the fuck up. Hello, Dad. Alright, so I'm pretty sure I'm at the highest point of Brecon. I don't think we can go any higher. It's a shame though, the view that I'm missing out on right now just because of how dark it is. I mean, because of the season it is, probably start getting bright in about 2 hours because it's just turned 3. You can see the sky over there slowly coming out. But yeah, carry on moving I suppose. Only thing we can do up here. That's the part there you do not want to roll down, especially at this time. Okay, so I think you can see it up there. I keep seeing a white light. It keeps flashing on and off. So I imagine we might bump into them along the way if they're doing what we're doing. Time to eat my crisps, don't you reckon? Fuck me, this hill is steep. I thought taking the Brecon route would be quicker. It's just dragged things out. See, I thought taking Brecon would have been a shortcut, but no, that has dragged it out a lot. Like, by the time we get to the next village that we're stopping at, that I can't remember the name of, by the time we get there, it's gonna be about 10ish. Like, we should be finishing the second 15-mile trip over the first half of the day by then. And by then we'll only be finishing like, this is a big setback. Like, this has delayed us a lot. And to be honest, I don't even think we'll make it at this point. Even if we do pull all-nighters, I don't think that's gonna cut it. I know when I first set out for this, it was just see how far we can go. We only planned to St. David's because we don't know how far we'll make it. But I know the more we've gone into this trip, the more motivation I've got to actually finish the full length thing. And nah, Brecon just sucks the fucking life out of you. It sucks the energy out of you. Now, the reason I say I don't think I'll make it even if I keep pulling all-nighters is because I have to go back on the 5th. If it comes to the 4th and I'm still miles away, I'm just gonna call it there, may as well, because remember, even though I'm not all the way, I'm still far away from home. So getting back home in general is gonna be long. So yeah, I'm not gonna leave it till like on the 5th to get there and then rushing about trying to get home and everything. So yeah, if it comes to like the 4th and we're still miles away, like, yeah. Duffy Nook, that's where we're heading now. During my walk to the next stop point, I decided to pack it up and come home, simply because the original goal wasn't to make it to St. David's but to see how far I could get within the time I had off, and by this point I just wanted to relax. I mean, to be honest, making it past the Wales border was good enough for me. Alright, so it's been about 2 days since I got back from my trip to Wales. So I'd managed to make it 187 miles, which is pretty decent, I'd say. It's a bit further than my last video to Manchester, so I'll take it. I honestly didn't expect to come back to YouTube this quick. So I won't be coming back anytime soon due to circumstances, but yeah, I'll come back when I come back. Yeah, next video, I'm gonna try and shy away a bit from hiking and go back into exploration, because I don't want my channel to solely be a hiking channel now. Till next time.